So this quote is something that we all need to think about. We all really need to apply to our life, because this is why a lot of our days. Motivational quote by Anonymous. Don't ruin a new day by thinking about yesterday. Let it go. Don't ruin a new day by thinking about yesterday. Let it go. They're kind of wickety whack. This is why a lot of our days we just kind of in the slumps. And this is something that y'all need. You need this. I need this. Don't ruin your today by thinking about yesterday. You just need to let it go. There's nothing you could do about yesterday. It's already said and done. It's etched in stone. There's nothing you could do to change that. Whatever decisions you made yesterday, you're going to have to live with those consequences. You're going to have to live with whatever, circumstances come along with whatever decisions you made yesterday. So hopefully, you're just looking at this and you're like, know what? I understand where I'm coming from. I understand what's going on, right? I can't change yesterday, but you know what you could focus on? You can focus on today. You can focus on everything that you have for you today, right? You can't change nothing about yesterday, but you could definitely make some drastic decisions and choices today that will affect tomorrow. Right, that will affect the rest of your day, that will affect your next chapter in your life. Or just these decisions are big, right? I talk a little bit about it in the podcast with this bus driver and stuff like that. We have choices to make. Sometimes we're going to make terrible decisions. Sometimes we're going to make good decisions. But it all depends on us, right? We're the ones that are making these decisions. We cannot allow to push or put blame on other people. We're making these decisions, right? Maybe they might influence us, but that's it. But we make those decisions. We're the ones that are like, you know what? I choose to do this foolish thing. I choose to do the right thing. Whatever it is, it's on you. So don't be worrying about yesterday. You need to focus on today. And don't be worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow. You focus on what's going to happen or what you can do today. And hopefully it's going to be some great decisions that are going to affect tomorrow in a positive way. So hopefully you get your mindset right. And stop focusing on yesterday. Focus on today. So this is definitely a skill that we all definitely need to take on. This is a skill that we need to acquire. The greatest weapon against... this is by William James. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. Let me repeat that. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. And to put into action, y'all. This is something that we really need to put into action. The ability to overcome stress is to be able to control one thought after another, to really be able to break it down, control what you're thinking, how you're doing it, right? Because once you put those thoughts in control, once you have control of those thoughts, at least to a certain extent, that stress level, the anxiety, all of that, I ain't going to say it's just going to go away, but you could definitely, sustain it. You could definitely have some control over it. It ain't gonna control you. You will have more control over it. And know what? This is something I think a lot of us definitely need. A lot of us need to work on focusing on one thought after one another, right? And to be able to just look at it and be like, know what? I gotta do this. I got to control these thoughts, because if I don't, believe me, those thoughts are going to eat you up inside. It's going to cause you to make some drastic choices that are probably going to be detrimental to your well-being and also the well-being of those around you. And I promise you, it's true, because I've dealt with this so many times. Throughout my life, I've seen other people deal with it in good ways, bad ways, whatever it is, right? More on the bad end of the spectrum. Same with me. I've never been able to handle my emotions in the best way. I'm at a point where I'm kind of learning how to handle my emotions a little bit and handling my thoughts a little bit better, but no one's perfect, right? This is all a journey. We all are here to learn and to adapt these abilities so we can apply to our life, so we could better our life, right? So hopefully if this is something that you struggle with, maybe you could start kind of putting a little bit more, be a little bit more mindful of it and be like, you know what, let me try to control my thoughts. Let me take a breather. Let me focus on my breathing. Let me try to control each thought before it starts going wild and everything's just out of your hands and you're just like, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, things are just getting crazy right now, right? So that's like the big thing. That's the big issue that a lot of us, deal with. And hopefully we can start putting, some control over these thoughts, because we can't be letting these thoughts overcome us every single time. Yes, there's going to know what, but if we could start putting some control over these thoughts, at least, hopefully, there'll be less and less of the thoughts controlling us and just making us go crazy, right? So hopefully we could start applying this a little bit better. We have the ability, we just got to put it into action. So this quote is definitely something that just kind of light a fire under us, right? And to be able to just kind of inspire us. And this one's by Madonna. I am my own experiment. I am my own work of art. I am my own experiment. I am my own work of art. Just to kind of add some value to ourselves. That's what this quote is really doing. This is what it's doing for me personally, honestly. So, I am my own experiment. I am my own work of art, right? I mean, me personally, I am a work of art because God created me, right? Exactly. But the thing is, we make choices in this life. We choose how we want to build ourselves physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever it is, right? So even though God has created this masterpiece, we're the ones that are kind of, shaping it a little bit more with the decisions that we make, right? God will definitely help chisel some of those things and really make some fine, tuning to us, right? But I love this quote. I am, I am this work of art, right? I am, I am this project. I am this, being. I am, a work of art, right? I'm continuing to add things, subtract things, different things to shape me into the man I know God created me to be, right? See, that's the cool thing about this, is knowing that I am a piece, that I am a work of art, right? I am valued. I am, I am held to a high standard because of the work and the, workmanship of God, right? He's the potter. I'm just I'm the pottery. He's the potter. He's formed me. He's formed me in my mother's womb. He's created me, right? But I'm making these little decisions. I'm starting to shape my stuff, but then I'm like coming to God. I'm like, okay, go ahead and start chiseling everything out. That's the beautiful piece of it, beautiful part of it. Man, it is rough to fail, right? But it is so difficult to have never tried to succeed. It is terrible to have never. By Theodore Roosevelt. It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed. It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed. Never tried to succeed. Man. See, we live in a day and age, right, where a lot of people, we just give up. We're just like, nah, it's okay, I ain't gonna put the effort. I don't want to go through the through the sorrow. I don't want to go through the disappointment. I'd rather just call it quits, right? I'd rather just give up and not be part of it. I'd rather just be like, it's whatever, right? And a lot of times that's just what we're doing every single time, right? Every single time that's what we're doing. We're like, know what? It's cool. I'm going to just give up. I don't need to try. Whatever it is, whatever that, right? That's what we do every single time. Every single time we just give up, right? But, Theodore Roosevelt, he's like, know what? Yeah, it sucks to fail. It sucks to fail. Nobody wants to fail, y'all. Nobody wants to fail. But the thing is, it's even worse to have never tried to succeed, right? If you're just like, know what? I don't even want to try. I'm just going to fail anyways. But then he's like, no. He's like, it's way worse if you have never even tried to succeed, man. If you never even tried to succeed, think about that. Are you content? Are you okay with just going through life and never trying? Even if you gotta fail 1,000 times, are you okay with that? Because you know what? We all go through it. We're all doing this and we're like, it's whatever, right? It's whatever. What? Are you so content with yourself that you're like, no, what? I don't need to try it. I don't want to fail. You're never going to succeed that way. You're never going to succeed, right? You are not putting yourself up for the alley-oop, for your destiny, for you to succeed if you ain't going to try. If you ain't going to try, no one's going to throw it up and then it just go in and they give you credit for it. You need to do your part. Man. Come on. We failing sucks, but we just gotta go through it. We're gonna fail at times. It's gonna keep hitting us, right? But we gotta keep being perseverant, right? While we gotta keep persevering. We gotta have that perseverance to be like, no, I'm gonna keep going until I succeed. I'm gonna keep failing until I finally succeed. That's when you find some joy in it. That's when you find some pride in it. That's when it's worth it. That's when it's worth it. Do you want to be proud of yourself? Do you want to be proud of yourself? Because you know what? This quote is pretty much speaking it straight. By Karen Horney. If you want to be proud of yourself, then do things in which you can take pride. If you want to be proud of yourself, then do things in which you can take pride. Straight to you, straight to your heart. But are you ready for it? You want to be proud of yourself, right? You want to be proud of yourself, but you need to start doing things that you could do, that you could achieve, that you could take pride in. Right? Things that you could do, that you could take pride in, then you'll start being proud of yourself. You'll start enjoying, you'll start feeling accomplished. You'll start feeling this, admiration, this, feel like you start gaining some of these accolades, right? But you got to start doing things that you can take pride in, that you could take pride in, that you could find some pride in, right? Some things are going to be like, oh man, I did that. I could do that. Right? You need to start doing things that are going to give you that feeling. Because you know what? So many times that we're just living life, but we ain't finding things that we could be proud of, that we could find pride in, right? We just continue to live life and we're just like, yeah, it's whatever. But this is the thing. I ain't saying I'm the best speaker. I probably like low end, whatever it is. But no, I do take pride in me being able to speak or the things I'm able to write or whatever, right? Because I have some confidence in myself. For a while I was just like, I'm going to just do it, but I didn't have the confidence in myself. But now look at me. I'm doing things that I can take pride in, right? Yes. Some people are going to be like, oh man, pride comes before the fall. I ain't talking about being up on your high horse about something. I'm talking about you being confident in a gift that God's given you, and a situation God has put you in, to be just whatever skill that God has given you, you just being confident in that and being able to take some pride in it. Right? There's nothing wrong with you being able to enjoy the gifts that God's given you and be like, no, what, man, I am talented. Come on, y'all. You want to be talented. You know you're talented. So take some pride in it. Start doing some things that you can start taking pride in. This is what we need. This is going to build that self-confidence. This is going to build that self-love. This is going to build confidence. Like I said in the last motivational podcast, right? Like I said in the last motivational podcast, right? You want to walk with a confidence. When you walk with a confidence, you're going to gain the confidence of other people around you. Come on. This is what we're doing. This is the motivational stuff that we need, the motivational foundation that we need. So I hope that y'all enjoy this one. I hope that y'all enjoy the podcast. Hopefully it motivates you in some type of way. And without further ado, I'm going to have to bid y'all adieu. And if you ain't subscribed to the YouTube channel or to the podcast, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and follow too, and follow through. And until next time, salute.